I'm Vedius. Welcome to the LEC postgame lobby, indeed, where Sertuss and DOS have so graciously accepted to join, because obviously not the easiest moment. So I'm just going to open the floor to you both first. Sertuss, maybe you first. I mean, red side, it is really difficult, but what do you think it was in the final game that just wasn't enough for SK to close out the series?
I think we did some mistakes in the early game. We died, I think, a little bit too much. But it's also like the Gragas and Jace flags, I would say. Because we expected Jace to be mid lane. And that's why I picked Zoe. It's like a good counter pick. But then they put like Gragas mid. And then they have like such an engage comp against my champ, which is a poke. So it was really hard to execute it.
Oh, so yeah, actually a very good move by them. DOS, yeah, what's your idea of... Is it the same? Was that really what did it?
I mean, it's pretty similar, but I think also just we did like mistakes that we wouldn't normally do if we're not playing like in a high pressure game, right? And I think in general, just like there was a bit, we're not really comfortable in playing like such a slow game, and it's obviously something that we will have like focus on working on next bit, right?
Okay, Vedius, so close yet so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to look at the positives because obviously you guys have just come off the back of a loss, but when you think about it, this split has only been 6 weeks and you've already made incredible growth in such a short amount of time. And something we were talking about on the desk earlier was that I feel like we've only started to see the journey that you guys are already on, and you seem to be on such an upwards trajectory. How do you guys reflect back on the split? How do you think about your progression, and how high do you think you guys can go?
Actually, I think after the first 2 games that we played, we were all like a bit worried that we were maybe not even going to make top 8 because we were like actually getting stomped in those 2 games. And then we like basically like had a long talk about why we were doing so bad, because we were like actually playing well in scrims. And yeah, after that we started winning a bit, and then the momentum came and we like started like getting really motivated to getting even better, because we actually felt like, okay, now we can actually maybe make it top 8, top 4, top whatever, right? And I think it's just because that we're like such a young crew, kind of, that we're like really motivated to prove what we can do, right?
For sure.
Can you now confirm that you guys were scrim demons? Like, because we heard that like everyone's afraid of SK in scrims. It's insane. They're like world champions in the making. Okay, I'm overreacting a little bit, Sertuss, but that's what we heard.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think we had really great scrim results over like the whole winter split, like during boot camp, also like in the beginning of the season, even though we went like 1-2 in the first week. And that's why we were like so confident in ourselves. It's also like our mindset. We are like a young team, but also like hungry players. And our scrim results were great. So we tried to put this confidence that we had into our official games.
I mean, it showed. And I think it's so cool to see, because I think a lot of teams struggled with the fact that the split was like so fast and you really had to improve fast, I want to say, right? We saw Fnatic dropping out, we saw Excel dropping out. DOS, what do you think it is about SK specifically, and maybe your coaching staff and everything around it, that allowed you to be a team that just always stayed on the ball more than other teams, perhaps?
I think it's mostly that we don't really have like 2 stubborn players, that there's like, we have a really set way of playing the game. We can adapt to each other, and honestly, like our coaching staff, I think is like probably by far the best coaching staff I had. Like, they complement each other really well. We have Simon and David, and David is like doing a lot of the individual stuff, because me and Exekick especially were struggling in the beginning, and David helped us a lot with that. And then overall, just Simon like making sure that we are like united as a team and we are not blaming each other. We're just, everyone's like trying to figure out their own stuff. And I feel like if everyone's trying to figure out their own stuff and we are willing to adapt to each other and we just play a bunch of solo queue, then it's like the recipe to do well, right?
Maybe the fact also being like young players, and I'm not saying that players that have been here a while lose the will to practice or not, nothing like that, but there's definitely probably Sertuss like a vibe of, you know, this is new, this is cool, it's working out, you just want to practice your ass off, I guess.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, as I said, like we are all so young and so hungry. And we also, like, as those said, we are not stubborn. So like there's a lot of things to learn. It's not like we are a veteran player who already figured this play style over the years. It's like we're really adaptable and also listen to each other a lot. And that's where we have like this good mood and good atmosphere over like the whole winter split.
Now, I did hear from Exakick on Euphoria where he talked about that he wanted to play with no pressure. And one of the things I heard from a bunch of teams, especially the top four, was that SK don't actually have anything to worry about because there's like only positives to take away. If you lost today, it's fine. You still had a good split overall. But if you won, then like it's only the underdog story getting bigger and bigger. But now people have expectations, right? Now people are looking at this SK roster to start contesting immediately from the start of Spring Split. Teams already have their eyes on you. You're not going to be a DC tier team anymore. So how do you guys think you're going to handle those new pressures and new expectations moving into spring?
Should I start? I can start. I think we will handle it well. Like, I think we are all players that we don't really like care if like others have like this high expectation of us.
That's good.
Yeah, we focus on ourselves, and like I'm always trying to bring like good vibes into the team and like make jokes before like the draft to reduce like this pressure.
What's a joke you made today before draft? Did you make a joke today or?
I mean, today, like after the first game, I said like it was such a mid gap that we're gonna win like because I played Jace and we tried out a lot of Jace and it didn't work. And that's why I said, guys, you played really well. And then second game, we stomped them. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I see. I see what you mean with the whole like, relaxed, adaptable. Yeah. People are willing to take kind of, I wouldn't say it is the blame, but it feels like it's a really good atmosphere looking from the outside in. And I wanted to take a look back at our MasterCard play of the day, which unfortunately, Dos, maybe you have to close your eyes. But it was a game 3 bot lane fight. Hilly's Nautilus 3-man knockup for 3 kills in lane. Let's take a look. Here it comes. Ooh.
So how do you find playing against this bot lane in particular? Because it was funny listening to Exakick say, I don't understand how there can be such a dramatic difference between Scrim Mad Lions bot lane and then Stage Mad Lions bot lane. It seems that you get 2 different beasts from this duo when you play against them.
I'm actually not sure because I think they play a bit similar in Scrim.
Oh, okay.
Honestly. But honestly, like Hylesang just has like a lot of experience. He's like used to the pressure, like he played in way higher pressure situations, and I think he played really well this series. Like honestly, like I don't know if he just had like a really good day or something.
He was smurfing, yeah.
He was playing absolutely well. So I don't know, like we even like had to ban Nautilus like first 3 because he was actually playing way too good on Nautilus for us. But I don't know. I think if we played more like we did in scrims, then we would do even better. But that's like maybe some copium as well.
Maybe. I mean, it's a super high pressure situation to be in. You didn't make it, but we're looking forward to what you can do in spring and in summer. And I want to take a look at the bracket and pick your brains about what you think, because tomorrow Matt is of course playing Koi, and then G2 is playing the finals. We were joking a little bit about, oh, well, it's just going to be red side or blue side diffy rather anyway, so we could just predict who will win off that. Like, first up, do you think red side is unwinnable completely right now?
I think it's winnable, but on this patch especially, it's really hard, I would say. Yeah. And like for the Koi Mad series, I think Mad will win it.
Oh.
Yeah, but then in the finals, G2 will win.
Why do you think Mad will win it?
For me personally, it's harder to play into Mad than into Koi. I think like Koi is like...
So you mean Larsen?
maybe Larsen, but maybe the team in general, because like I think you can draft easier into Koi than into Mad Lions.
Careful, Larsen's dad might tweet at you. Dos, what do you think?
I think honestly it's quite simple. Like if Koi gets like ganking jungler like Sejuani, like especially Sejuani, then I think they will win. But if they don't, then I think Matt will win.
Oh, interesting. I mean, Vedius, I feel like maybe undervaluing Koi a little?
Well, my expectations going in would be that Koi are the favorites, especially after today, mainly because I think that SK showed you a pretty effective game plan of how to shut Mad down. In my opinion, I felt like that every time you guys could control Mad's early game, it felt like that their mid to late game was a little bit inconsistent, and like, at least to me, you were team fighting better than them, especially in some of your wins. And I feel like that when you look at Koi, their ability to 5v5 and just their ability to control the early game, especially with what Malrang does. On paper, to me, Koi would seem like the favorites, but there may be data that I don't have that they...
Oh, he doesn't know.
So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because, like, I don't know, like, it's one of those situations where as well, like, Tristana Rel, a bot lane that definitely, I think, caught... Did it catch you guys off guard? Were you expecting Tristana Rel bot lane today?
No, I would not say.
No.
So, like, stuff like that is stuff that Mad can always do. They do have, like...
Trimby too?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but he's more of those, like, he played Kalista Soraka bot lane in the finals last split for the first time. So, like, sure, it exists, but Mad, I think, has that creativity in draft, which can catch Koi but off guard. So.
Dos, what do you think about the bot lane matchup tomorrow? Carzzy, Hilly, Trimby comp?
Actually, it's hard to say because I feel like Koi like really underperformed in the beginning of the split. Their bot lane, I mean.
Yeah, because you saw them probably winning the championship last year and you were like, oh my god, this is going to be crazy. And then, yeah.
And I think if Hildesang plays like he did today, then they're going to win. But it's like a bit, it's really hard to say. Like, it depends on how to play on the day, right?
Yeah, because Hildesang was in rare form today, I gotta say. It was crazy. This is us saying goodbye to SK. I'm going to take a selfie with you guys. I effed this up like twice last week, so 1 second. All right, like this. And then we're supposed to all fit in this mirror, and then we will all be in the photo. Okay? If you can see, can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, yeah. I think I got it.
Nice.
I think so, at least.
We'll find out.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, gents.
And tomorrow, of course, we'll be back with LEC Winter Playoffs. Mad Lions facing off against Koi for a spot in the Winter Finals. See you.
Oh yeah, we are business.
I'm what? I'm BDS?
Business.
We are BDS?
No, business.
Business?
Yeah.
What business? I think he said you are virgin, Carzzy. I'm virgin?
Time the spell shield as well. Once level 6 comes around, hold that thought.
That's a lot of damage, and as Irrelevant is just solo killed.
Buffalo, I follow you, deep sea baby. I follow you, I follow.
And all out goes on to Irrelevant. Flash still available for him, going towards Mad Lion's side, but the cease and desist comes out.
Where is Lucian? I think they look for me on mid.
Yeah, they're looking on mid.
I have TP, I have mega, I have mega. I'm TPing as well, Go Lucian. All on Lucian. Go by now, go by. I can stun.
Okay.
Mad managed to focus him before the rest of SK could arrive.
Sertuss, what was that?
I'm here, guys. I'm here.
Oh,
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, look, I'm ulting there. He's flying. Okay, as I did. I'm gonna push mid.
I'm going.
Okay, you can keep going.
Will slam down DOS. 1 kill secured already. A second to Sjokz.
Get it to Carzzy.
And DOS is taken out by Carzzy.
Money, baby. Carzzy is racking it up.
Wait, what was the penalty for throwing a hand warmer with your opponent?
Nice.
But X-Kick is free-firing. White Gun is shredding. Mad Lions SK all the way. Anytime they have these windows to move around the map, they're going to try to punish. A great reverse, though, from SK, but they can't quite. They nail him.
That was beautiful from X-Kick. Times it where he's just got enough bullets to get the grab of them off.
There's no HP available. There's no tools available. There's no hope left for SK. Mad Lions are on the Nexus, and after 544 days, Mad Lions take down SK in a best-of-5.
SK gave their all, but they're just no match for the Mad Lions.